That bottle that never touched you at 24? At 32, it's fighting back. Same bottle, same you technically, but your body processes it completely differently now, and nobody tells you until you're the one falling asleep at 9 p.m. after 2 drinks at a friend's send-off. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what's changing in your body, why it's happening faster than you think, and 3 things you can actually do about it starting this week. Let's get into it. Welcome back to No One Taught Me This, the channel where we cover everything school forgot to mention. Today's lesson, alcohol, and your changing metabolism. Because in your 30s, your relationship with alcohol changes whether you plan for it or not. And understanding why is the difference between managing it and being blindsided by it. Here's the real cost of not knowing this. Picture Brian, 32, works in Westlands, has been a 2-beer guy since campus. Every Friday, same 2 beers with the boys at the same spot, except lately 2 beers hits like 4 used to. He's foggier at work on Saturday mornings. He's short with his wife, and he can't figure out why, because on paper, nothing changed. He's drinking the same amount he always has. What changed is his body. And this isn't rare, it's actually the norm. Alcohol is the most widely used substance in Kenya by a huge margin, and it quietly shows up in almost every social space we move through, from sherehe on weekends to after work one for the road. Which means most of us are drinking through a body that's changing without ever getting the memo on what that means. That's what we're fixing today. 3 things are happening in your body as you move through your 30s, and once you understand them, you can actually work with your body instead of getting ambushed by it. Number 1, your liver is slowing down its cleanup crew. Your liver breaks down alcohol using an enzyme system that works at roughly the same speed for everyone. But as you age, especially past your late 20s, your liver's overall efficiency and your body's water content both drop. Alcohol dilutes in body water. Less water means the same drink hits a higher concentration in your blood. Real life example. This is why Brian's same 2 beers now feels like 3 or 4. His body isn't diluting the alcohol the way it did at 24. So his blood alcohol concentration is genuinely higher from the exact same drinks. Action step this week. Track how many drinks it actually takes you to feel the effects you used to associate with your usual amount. Not to judge yourself, just to get an honest, current baseline instead of operating on a memory from 10 years ago. Number 2, your sleep and recovery take the real hit, not just your head the next morning. In your 20s, a rough night meant a rough morning. In your 30s, alcohol disrupts your deep sleep more aggressively, and that poor sleep doesn't just cost you Saturday. It affects your mood, focus, and even your appetite for the next 2 to 3 days, because your body needs longer to fully reset. Real life example. Think of the person who has one night out on Friday and is still short-tempered with their kids or partner by Sunday evening, not because of the hangover itself, but because their sleep debt from Friday night hasn't actually cleared. Action step this week. Whenever you drink, add one genuinely earlier bedtime within the next 48 hours. Even 45 minutes earlier counts. You're not trying to cancel out the drinking. You're giving your body room to recover on its own schedule. Number 3, your other habits now do more of the work or the damage. In your 20s, your body could absorb a lot of noise, poor sleep, skipped meals, drinking on an empty stomach, and mostly bounce back. In your 30s, alcohol interacts much more strongly with everything else you're doing: how much water you've had, whether you ate before drinking, and how consistently you're already stressed or underslept. The drink itself is only part of the equation now. Real life example. The same 2 beers hit completely differently at a wedding where you've eaten nyama and rice all day versus after a stressful pitch at work where you skipped lunch and went straight to happy hour. Action step this week. Before you drink, eat an actual meal first, not just mandasi or a samosa on the way, and have 1 glass of water for every drink. This single habit changes how your whole night and next day feel. Let's lock it in. 1, your liver and body water change with age. So the same drinks hit harder now. Know your real baseline, not your old one. 2, alcohol steals more of your deep sleep in your 30s. So build in an earlier bedtime after you drink. 3, food, water, and stress now shape your night just as much as the alcohol does. So eat first and match every drink with water. If no one taught you this either, You're not behind, you just didn't have the syllabus yet. That's what we're here for. Hit subscribe so you don't miss next week's lesson. We drop a new one every week. Quick question for the comments. What's the age you first noticed your drinking limit had actually changed? And what tipped you off?